Welcome to what many call the greatest setting in college football. Husky Stadium in Seattle settled nicely between the Cascades and the Olympic Mountains, and it doesn't get much better or much louder than this. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Smith wants to throw. He looks that one in nicely. Oh, what a cut! He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Making great decisions, that's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy, can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you bet.
A shot toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, you know, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best two teams out of all these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, David, has put themselves in position to play for the championship.
You ain't lying, especially in this conference. Let's be honest, the Big Ten and the SEC, they've separated themselves from everybody else. And so you're competing in this conference, in the middle of the season, you can finish strong. Now we're not just talking about conference championships. We're talking about where can we be in the playoff and how much damage we can do in the postseason.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice.
And he's running in the open. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to.
Defense has him pinned back, and listen to this crowd roar. They use the end around, first play of the drive. That'll get the eyes moving. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Smith dropping to pass. Looking to take a shot. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory, now 1st and 10 from their own 45. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Morgan. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. Trying play action. Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief.
And it's caught! Touchdown, Michigan! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can...
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense.
He's loose. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
They'll go back to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, Woodman making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Great execution by this offense. The running game coming through, perfect fashion, breaks the big run, finishes inside the 10.
And they do a great job of blocking downfield with their wide receivers, too. And all of a sudden now, this offense knocking on the door.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice.
Touchdown, Wolverine! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive. It's complete! A huge pickup! And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
When you play zone coverage, everybody drops back. Everybody has eyes on the quarterbacks. You're not really looking at the wide receivers a lot of times, so they can slip in those little cracks in the quarterback.
He'll take a deep shot here. And it's caught inside the 20. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. A first down for the offense. They'll open the second half on the ground. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Moving away from pressure. He's got it inside the 30. Great move there. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
Smith wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. He caught it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the pummeling has started.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy pitch and catch.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. They'll run play action. He's going to let it go. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Smith dropping to pass. Buying some time. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Tight end finds a soft spot. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And the Wolverines have this offense rolling. Looking for space. It's Edwards. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the running back. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day. And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offense.
The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Edwards. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Now facing a 3rd and long. The give to the tailback. Got enough space. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. We are ready to pop the cork in Champaign, Illinois, home to the Fighting Illini, and the fans clad in orange and blue are more than ready for this one. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this. First down here for the offense.
42, Spider. 4, ready.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you.
Oh, look out. There he goes. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame, where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again.
Easy.
They'll give it to the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Off the boot, looking for his man. Quarterback adapting. He'll pull it down and run. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds. All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Smith wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Find my guys quickly. Know my matchups, get them the football, let them do the rest. So many playmakers now in football. I'm trying to get it to him as fast as possible so he can do that. Right after the catch, make guys miss, make beautiful plays.
Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Michigan.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to...
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Give to the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Power football with the run. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
Looking for room. It's Edwards. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Smith dropping to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Got to give the defense.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful. Nothing but green ahead. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
He's going to take off. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. They've been running it, but now the pass. Looking to the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to scramble. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Give to the single back. Runs through the tackle. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been taking in a magnificent scene there today in Champaign. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. On the run, it's Edwards. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
A 1st down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Michigan! And the stomping has commenced. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was out.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The give from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
They'll try the run. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. They'll try to get the first through the air. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the...
Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. First down to start the drive after the break.
Get set.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Okay, ready?
Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line.
Here we go.
The give to the back. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They go to the ground. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Running back searching for a hole. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3.
Keep the...
And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10.
42, Spider. 4-2, Spider. Ready?
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Come on, set.
From the gun, the ground game. Smashes through. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They've put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Leaves it with the back. shakes off the tackler. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him, and then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. The Wolverines will keep this drive going.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. On 1st down, here comes this offense.
Here we go.
To the ground with the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Jukes his way for more. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring it on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football, and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. He'll start this drive firing. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Offense gets set for 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires it down the seam. Complete downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And how about that? A lot of coaches talk about being aggressive and we're going to take shots, but then they get conservative in the game. But first drive, coming out, showing this defense we are not afraid to throw the ball deep. Might keep that defense a little bit more conservative.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Oh, big juke to get past. And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down next.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Using his legs to buy some time. Shakes off the defender. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Offense in a bunch formation. Going to the running game. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Michigan!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Smith wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. Off he goes. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Wolverines. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
This is a special talent playing the tight end position because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he shows.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period.
Get set, get set.
They'll leave it with him. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan! Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field.
Here we go.
Handoff to the single back. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position. The Wolverines often look at this rivalry as their birthright to win, and boy, did they put the hammer down in a blowout last year.
Yeah, and you heard a lot of hail to the victors, and you heard a lot about little brother, and a lot of shots throughout this last year about how Michigan is the program in the state. They are the brand, and Michigan State has heard that, Palmer, a ton.
And that's just been a narrative that we've heard throughout the years, too. And it's something that people love talking about in Ann Arbor is that they are the dominant team. And it's not even close in this in-state rival. Michigan State's got to do something to flip the script. If they want their program to reach the consistency that Michigan has, they've got to recruit better. And a big way in doing that is winning this game.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I tell you what, fullbacks are kind of dying breeds. You just don't use them very much. So when you bring them in the game, a lot of times you bring them in the game to be physical and stout blockers, and then occasionally you give them the ball in those short yardage situations. You say, go get me a first down, big fella.
Open space at the 25. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Looking to pass inside the red zone. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Catch in the middle. It's Loveland. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make...
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll try the right side. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Smith dropping to pass. He spins that thing down the middle. And he makes the catch inside the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense.
Jackrabbit.
This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half, they can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
He fires to the left side. And he's got it inside the 20. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wolverine.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense. Spread them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
And that's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Big House. This massive crowd assembled here today to cheer on the Wolverines, already chanting, "Go Blue." And this is a special date on the college football calendar. Number 1 versus number 2 here late in the season. This, folks, is a potential national championship game preview, as we'll see the number 1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the winners of 8 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. First down here for this offense. It's a shotgun run call. Powering through. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Off play action, he's looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot. Tried to go very deep there, good effort, but now it's third down.
Well, this defense has got to be aware that this quarterback and this offensive coordinator, they're not afraid to take shots. Here we see it early in this game, throwing the ball downfield. Defense has got to be aware. Keep those safeties back. Keep your eyes up. Try to keep a lid on this offense and look for some turnover opportunities.
The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Looks like he's going to run it. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Wolverines look to keep this drive moving. Handoff running right. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
With the defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Fires it to the wideout. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Well, that start could not have gone any better, Kirk.
Well, Chris, as you know, it's always huge for an offense's confidence to score on the opening drive. Most times, coordinators are just kind of feeling the defense out, giving them a lot of different formations, kind of see how they react. To get points on the board, man, that's a huge plus.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Moves the ball up to the 30.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Oh, a reverse. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle made after a big gain.
This is a risky call by the offense. A lot of times you'll see these plays get blown up, but not here. The receiver turns on the jets and makes a big play downfield for a nice chunk of yards.
Jukes to get free. Making people miss. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. That's a solid run. Good for first down yardage. Change of pace, now looking to throw the football. And he'll send this one to the right side after a lot of time in the pocket.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here.
Well, let's give the tight end a lot of credit here off that deflected football. The concentration and the nice hands to go up off of that tip ball to make that catch.
Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Smith. He'll take a deep shot here. And the pass is dropped. Incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. So the ball at midfield, and now the offense facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. On the run here. Lets it go. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now... Snapping it from the red zone now. Looking to throw. Pass caught. Can he get in? And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal. And the Wolverines looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. Launching one to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete. 2nd down and goal. Motion now from the tight end. Looking to throw it again. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
You know, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
On the run here, lets it go.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they...
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Lets it fly to the wideout. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw. And he's going to stretch the defense. Taking a deep shot here. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. 1st down. Clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. Scanning the field. It's Smith. He's got it near the end zone. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4. They bring him down, but the freshman quarterback showing off the arm strength. 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Off the play fake on 1st down. On the run here, taking a deep shot. Pass not complete, but there was a lot of contact there, and here comes a late flag.
Playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield, and you get a call like this.
Here's the 2nd down play. Takes the handoff. It's Edwards. Gets past the... Nobody can bring him down. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. The offense continuing to build momentum. It's 1st and 10. They're going to run it. Finding space at the 20. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. The Wolverines begin a new series here, 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Edwards. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Looking to scramble. Touchdown, Michigan. That puts them on top in the 2nd half.
How about that, Chris? The quarterback does a nice job of getting the ball out of his hands quickly, and why not? With a receiver like this who can run like that, get him the ball as fast as you can and let him do his thing.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. You either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Just a small gain, looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space.
And looking for a big play here. He's got it right near the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they'll claim the 4th quarter lead. Well, a touchdown to a wide open man. Kirk, what in the world was going on the defensive side of that play?
Wow, what was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He slings this one deep down the left side. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Michigan. And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
What a thing of beauty by this offense to put that go-ahead score up on the board. The quarterback played with tremendous composure when the game was...
Well, the coaches kind of expected it to be this kind of game, an offensive show. Who was going to make one more play at the end to get the win, and they did it.
Yeah, you mentioned the coaches. I think we had a feeling that this game had a chance to get into at least the 30s, and we weren't disappointed. These offenses came to play, but you're right. One defense made some plays when they had to, and the other one didn't. Simple as that.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.